everyone, it's Shayna. And this is my polyhouse. And today we're going to be cleaning this out and getting it ready for spring. As you can see, there's quite a bit of work to do. We stored some stuff in here over the winter. This support is going to have to come out. That keeps it from collapsing under the snow. Got to pull out and clean up all my tomatoes and clean up and amend this bed and get some salad planted in here. The first thing we're going to do is take this support out. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
And there is the support out. Next, I'm going to load these bags of soil up into my cart and take them back around to my potting area. My potting area gets buried with snow in the winter time, so I put it in here so if I needed it, I could get to it. And here we go. I'm going to clean up these pots first. The plants will be cut off the top and chopped up and go into my compost, and then the soil will go into a pile. I mixed that with compost and reused that in my buckets this year. But this is exciting. My kiwi made it through the winter. I wasn't sure it was going to, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, there's one corner cleaned out. All the pots have been dumped. All the plants have been chopped up here to go in the compost. And next we're going to do this side. This one's going to take a little bit longer. I have these lines that I use to string up my tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff. They were advertised as being useful over multiple years, but I tried to reuse them last year and I had a lot. I think you can see one up here. A lot of them broke. So this year I'm just going to take them all out and start anew, because when your 8-foot tall tomato string breaks, it's quite a mess. I'm going to get to work and I'll show you when I get it done. The wind has come up quite a bit, so hopefully you can hear me okay. We've got this side all cleaned up. As you can see, there's a lot of raspberries down here on the ground. I grow my raspberries in pots, and I've never had them closer than 4 feet to this polyhouse, but they travel, so beware if you're a raspberry grower. I will dig these up and share them with friends who want them. These are my grape plants, and they're looking a little dismal. I'm not sure they made it through the winter. It's time for a lunch break, and when I get back, I'm going to go ahead and get this bed cleaned up. So I have cut back last year's plants from this bed. I just leave the roots in the soil. They decompose and add fertility. I'm not super worried about getting every little leaf and stem out. I do practice chop and drop in here during the summertime. I pulled the few weeds I had, but we're going to take a look at some of the volunteers we have down here, some of which I'll be leaving and some which will come out. Most of these are borage. This one right here is probably red mustard greens. And then, as you can see, a whole bunch of chives. Now these I will dig up and pot and share with friends. These 3 buckets right here are the last of my compost from last year, and I'm going to use those to amend this bed. So I lost the original video from this portion, so I'm reshooting it. You'll be able to tell that it's several days later. This bed took 2 of those buckets of compost. This is my liatris back there starting to come up, which it was not before. Things are moving along nicely. I didn't talk about this strawberry. This volunteered in here last year, and it gets really lovely pink flowers on it. And we're coming down to the end here. I've got some more borage seeds coming up. I'll decide which ones I want to keep and which ones I want to get rid of. And now, as you can see, these ones, these borage and the red mustard greens, have grown up quite a bit since I shot the video. Last step is to clean off the sides. The floor, as you can see, is done. This is straw I've been using in my garden in bale form for a couple of years, and so it's a really nice way to cover the floor in here in the polyhouse. Thanks for coming along with me while I clean my polyhouse up for spring. I'm excited to get things planted in here and get it going. Bye.